Hey folks, just a quick one here. We got one more week. We're going to be on the schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I'm going to have a full 2 weeks of videos before we go on vacation. And we'll be back to the Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 2 more weeks. But at the end, we're going to have a little bit of a vlog of our family vacation and show you some real world stuff with hiking with kids and camping and things like that. If you're a 40K player and you don't really do that kind of stuff that much, I would encourage you to check it out. Being outside, getting in the outdoors is a really good thing for you. It's very healthy. It's kind of how humans were meant to be. I'm not one of those people that's going to tell you too much screen time, too much indoors, too much working is bad for you. But I would encourage you, if you don't do it already, to get out there a little bit. Get outside, even if it's just to have a campfire or a bonfire, drink a few beers, something like that. It's great. In the meantime, though, I just want to show you. I've done the first few videos with Jane Beer here. These are my two prime character names I go to, Kieran and Jane Beer, for my girls. Jane Beer is a necromancer that you've seen before. Kieran is my rogue, who I was not really going to do too much about. But I'm not going to do a playthrough right now because Diablo IV is very new. People are still getting used to it. I don't think it's quite time for that. I think people would rather play the game themselves than watch me play it. But I just wanted to show you Kieran real quick because I kind of like her real quick. I think she looks real good. She's got her cute little pixie haircut, very tactical. Like her, I love her ear piercings. Little rogue face mask without the excessive hood. She's got a crossbow. This thing has been amazing. I found a really good crossbow and a couple of daggers, and I like her outfit a whole lot here. It looks practical, somewhat wintry, maybe not completely. Arms bare over here, but that's okay. But I think she looks pretty good. And let's take a look at her because I'm coming up now. I've kind of come to what kind of build I'm going for as I start to approach level 50. Also, if you look in the background, you see bunk bed. I'm in annual training. We're almost done. I'm just recording this in the barracks. So if we take a look real quick at what she's got, we've got ourselves a relic dagger here, a couple of daggers. Daggers are not necessarily what I'm looking for, but I've first got my first legendary is there, and the necklace, and we're using this crossbow, which is the best one I've found so far. We're up to 462 DPS on that, and then 244 and 202 on the knives, and we're at level 31. Now, I haven't really started to hone in on specific gear choices yet, but I am going to try to go for criticals because criticals apply nicely across any kind of damage. But also, I have no idea what's up with this guy dancing around here, but what the heck is going on? Okay, anyhow, for abilities. So what you want to do here is you want to have one or two primary abilities that are ones that generate your resource down here on your right side bubble. Left side is obviously health. And those are ones that build that is using. Now they're far less devastating than the other ones, but they're used to build that up, and then you use your heavier hitting abilities to consume. This is energy. It's kind of similar to energy for Rogue in World of Warcraft. It burns down quick, but it regenerates quick on its own, and you regenerate faster with abilities. If we look, however, at Kieran's abilities, so the one I chose after much experimenting with all of these except for puncture, which I haven't messed with yet, I finally settled on this one, Forceful Arrow, and the reason for this is it is a knockback. You hit non-elite opponents, it knocks them back, and it can knock them down in some cases. And then you pick enhancements. So everything casts increased critical strike, and I picked one for if they're knocked back, not only is they're close to knock them, they're knocked down. It's okay. It's reflected on the main ability because that's the one I picked, which I didn't quite realize. I could have also picked pierces through home items, but I didn't want to do that because vulnerable is a little, at least so far, consistent. And then, so that's my left click ability. Now, then I've got my other damage dealing abilities. I've got rapid fire, which is basically like using the crossbow like a machine gun. It fires 8 arrows out. They increase critical strike chances as you go along, and you gain energy if you damage a opponent. This one's been very reliable because it doesn't seem to be too hard on the energy. I can easily fire 5, maybe 6 volleys of this. And the other one is the melee one with the knives, which is my melee weapon. This is up close, stabbing enemies in front of you 4 times and dealing each one. This one's been very reliable, and because of some of my passives, it also heals me a little bit, so I like that one. Now, just as an aside, if you see this blue number, that means your one piece of your gear has given you access to this ability. So I don't have any ranks in it, but I could still use it if I would want to do because I have a piece of gear that has that on it. That's why I use that blue one. If I had a rank in it, it would boost it up to the next rank. That's it. That's the healing there from Flurry. Now you go down here. This is a throwback to to Path of Exile, but it's a much more simplified version. So then the third skill tree here is part of where the build starts coming together. So we have caltrops, and we throw these out there, and it creates a field of caltrops that slow the enemy down. They take increased damage while they're in there, and I have it on cold. And what I've decided to go for is a cold build, because cold slows enemies or stops them. And you have to use to crowd control the enemy as much as possible because the rogue is quite fragile. And that's why the forceful arrow. You hit the enemy with the forceful arrow, knocks them back. We can freeze them with this. Then we have dash. This gives me additional mobility because I can race quickly to hit an enemy with this dash ability. That makes them more vulnerable to crits after they've been dashed, and it slows them down, so more crowd control there. We get some passives here, weapon damage bonuses, and then down here, I haven't picked any out of this tree yet, although we will be picking up some of the passives. And then down here, we have the imbuing tree. This is where you can imbue your weapons with either shadow, poison, or cold. I've chosen cold, again, for the slowing effect. It chills them. 30% chance to make them vulnerable, which assists some of the other skills, and 20% chance to instantly freeze them, which completely stops them, which is amazing. Down here we have other trees that I haven't yet accessed. But that is the build. If we look down here, so we have dash, we have caltrops, flurry, cold imbuement, forceful arrow, and rapid fire. So that's the concept of the build, is a cold crowd control build. We have our main ability, builds up your resource, but also crowd control by knocking things back. And then a damage dealer on the right click is a single turret damage dealer. Then we have a multi-target damage dealer in melee. We have a cold imbuement. This is a pass that lasts about 13 seconds. We put it on everything, and that adds crowd control by giving us a chance to freeze opponents. We have the caltrops, which slow opponents and can chill them. And it also, incidentally, when you deploy it, this causes you to leap backwards, so you get some mobility from that as well. And then dash gives you additional mobilities. The whole idea here is to give us plenty of tools to keep the enemy where we want them, keep them away from us, and only go in close to flurry them when we really want to. And otherwise, remain in control of the fight. You have to fight patiently with this. It is not built for maximum DPS, maximum possible damage. It is built to allow the rogue to have some control of the battlefield and go and grab, those health orbs to replenish your potions, or just stay out of reach of enemies that are very dangerous. And once again, I just have no idea what's going on with old boy up here. He's very happy, and I'm very happy for him. I can't even click on him though, but I don't know. I imagine these knights are probably getting tired of this. We'll have to check on him later and see how he's doing. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below, and click the notifications bell for more great content from Lotus. We'll be back with you very soon.